All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, and welcome to your new host, Mr. Mrs. Younger Brother. Ms. has gone on holidays, so I've taken over now. I'm just freshen things up. I knew it was going to be Wesley Fofana. Here we go today, so had to look the part. Ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Fofana to Chelsea is a here we go. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted it out. Look, I don't want to worry too much about the fees and whatnot. This is what we said yesterday. He's a Chelsea player now. I wish him all the best with Chelsea, and I'm very excited. He's a top quality defender, and I think he's going to do well. And I hope he stays with Chelsea Football Club for a long time. He's a very, very young defender. And Thomas Tuchel is getting his wishes. He's getting Sterling. He got Cucurella. He got Koulibaly, Fofana. Like, these are quality signings. Ishan, here we go. How you feeling, bro?
Finally, here we go, isn't it? I mean, no Barcelona scams, no BS from Barcelona. But yeah, this time it's a here we go. It was a difficult deal, isn't it, Miz? I mean, it was a difficult deal. Definitely, we were all skeptical to the fact that the record. It's a record fee signing. It's a huge money. Is it justice? Would Fofana bring justice to it? I mean, that's gone now. That's gone past. We have signed him. Whatever it is, let's just.
Apparently, it's not a world record fee, Ishan. So it's 70 million plus add-ons. So 75 total. But 70 million, then add-ons. So, I mean, look, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. We have to move. Listen, important fact, he's a Chelsea player now. So we have to give him respect. We have to give him support that he needs. And we should expect good things from him. We should expect that he should bring justice to the price tag. And also, we should give him full support. We should forget the fact that whatever's done in this whole transfer saga has been gone by. Now let's focus, and we should be very happy to the fact that we've signed a defender that we needed, because we were in some sort of scarcity, and we've got a Wesley Fofana. Guess what? Now we're in some stability.
100%, man, 100%. Let's look at the news quickly before we talk a little bit about where we expect Wesley Fofana to perhaps play for us. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Fabrizio Romano, Wesley Fofana to Chelsea. Here we go. It's those three magic words that we always search for. And once it's said, very rarely, to be honest, I don't really recall when Mr. Fabrizio Romano ever got a here we go wrong. I really don't know. But apparently a few people have said that there has been times previously where they've got about this. The here we go is a strong three words, which doesn't generally go wrong. So hopefully this is done and dusted. Documents are almost ready at Leicester, and Chelsea reached an agreement on the fee on Friday, confirmed. Fofana will sign until June 2028 as new Chelsea player. Fee around 75 million, add-ons included. Time to prepare documents. I mean, what a day, Ishan. When we are playing Leicester, we have announced one of their players coming to us.
Yeah.
I mean, what a nice slap in the face for them. Hopefully, we can celebrate with a victory as well. And this
on
is
the
what
very
Simon
contrary,
Phillips.
Miss. I hope we don't lose points, or else it's gonna be the biggest mockery of the season.
Please, we are gonna be the laughing stock if we lose. Please, we cannot lose. We have to win today to celebrate this moment. The fee is 70 million plus add-ons for Fofana. Ishan, let's talk a little bit about where we expect Fofana to play, because let's be honest, that's a big fee. You don't expect him to be benched, and he has been playing for Leicester, so he should be coming in and playing for us straight away in the starting lineup, I personally believe. Where do you think he plays, RCB or CCB?
I think so, RCB. He plays RCB for me. CCB is more of Thiago Silva's position. If not Thiago Silva, then probably I thought that Fofana would shift into the middle and Chalobah into the RCB. So that could have been mid, but I really don't want Chalobah to leave. But I also feel that looking at Ampadu, the way he's played in the preseason, probably he's been looked in as a secondary option to that center back position. But then, yeah, I believe Chalobah is on his way out, and Fofana should be a regular starter at the RCB position.
Yeah, I also agree that Fofana should be a regular starter in RCB. Perhaps he could play CCB as well when Thiago Silva needs a bit of rest. Maybe even a back four. Who knows? Maybe it's a switch. Maybe it's time we go to a back four. We've got a robust defender like Fofana. But I don't think so. I think we're still probably going to play with a back three, which ultimately turns into a back four anyway in game. So we'll see what happens. Because I used to be mad at the fees when we were trying to buy him, but I realized LFC spent 36.5 million on him, so they're making a net profit of just around under 40 million, and that's with add-ons. Yeah, look, I won't deny, obviously the fee is quite large, but it didn't reach the 70 plus add-ons. Look, it's still for me quite big, but it is what it is. We were happy to pay that much money. I guess we have to understand it's a lot, like the contract that he's got with Leicester is a long contract, and also the fact that he's a young player. I want to share something with you guys that what Gary Lineker said about this move, which was quite interesting as well. Obviously, Gary Lineker, he's a Leicester fan, right, Ishan? I'm pretty sure he's a Leicester.
Yeah.
So this is what Gary Lineker tweeted out off the back of Fabrizio Romano's Here We Go. He said, "Gutted to lose him, but wish Wesley Fofana well. Every player wants to play Champions League football." And I think that's a huge point. Wesley Fofana deserves to play Champions League football. He's got the quality to play Champions League football. So it's understandable. Chelsea fans, you've got the most prodigious, talented young central defender in the world. Yes, I believe he's that good. That's huge coming from Gary Lineker, one of the best in when he was playing. And his punditry is amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, do you also believe one of the most prodigious, talented young central defender in the world? I have to agree. He's probably up there, definitely.
No, he's up there. I know his talent. I mean, his talent is massive. And also, one thing which is important is what does he bring to in the table for the team? His qualities. He can be good at Leicester, but coming into a structure of back three, I think so he can express himself more. Being a right centre back player, he can be more free, and also probably knowing the fact that we've got the likes of Thiago Silva and Kalidou Koulibaly. This player is gonna have an amazing learning experience from these two. Experience.
That's a good point, Ishan. That's actually a top point. Silva, Koulibaly. Don't forget Azpilicueta as well in the mix. Yeah. He's got a wealth of experience to learn from.
Yeah, 100%. And also having Fofana and Reece James covering up the whole right hand side, that would be amazing to see.
Ooh, you're right. Fofana and Reece James. Yeah.
On the right hand side, that would be amazing. That would be amazing to see. A lot of pace and it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see how slowly or steadily we bring him into the team, and on what match day probably he can feature or be be in the starting lineup. But then he's going to be amazing. I hope he has a very, very good season and also learns a lot from the likes of Silva and Koulibaly. You know what I mean? And also Azpilicueta.
No, well said. Mr. Fernandez Magnifico is saying, do you really watch Fofana? He makes too much mistakes. I'm pretty sure Ishan has watched as well. We've done quite a lot of Leicester watch-alongs before he got injured. The one season he's played so far in the Premier League, he's been brilliant. Who doesn't make mistakes, man? Which defender? You tell me. In Man United, Mr. Fernandez Magnifico.
Bro, you guys bought Maguire for 85 million pounds, and you're coming here out and trying to say Fofana is a rush deal? No. Less of that.
Less of that. Look at Virgil van Dijk, man. Look at the mistakes he's making as well. So, look, you cannot deny the fact that first season that Fofana had was unbelievable. I still remember that season. He was colossus for a young player. And on top of that, the FA Cup final he had against us absolutely blocked us off. And then last season he was injured. This season, it has to be said, his head wasn't in the game. He was always looking forward to come to Chelsea Football Club. And yes, that last one where Ishan and we did the watch along against Arsenal, Gabriel Martinelli absolutely took him to the cleaners. But that game in itself should not be taken as a standard or as the parameter of this player. This player is genuinely a very, very good purchase. So, as Ishan said, less of that. S. Roy has said, real question is, can we play a 4-man backline and put an extra midfielder? Ishan, I'll let you answer this one, bro. What do you think, S. Roy's question?
S. Roy says, real question is, can we play a 4-man backline up with an extra midfielder? Yeah, this is the exact thing that I was trying to convey to Ryan as well yesterday, and this is exactly what he told, man. Why not play a 4-man backline, and put up an extra midfielder? In fact, put up an extra attacker. To be very, very honest, if we put an extra man on the attacker of attacking forefront, probably a guy like a Kai Havertz or Mason Mount, and a Conor Gallagher gets their, authentic number 10 position that they can play with. If we play a 4-2-3-1 probably, or a 4-2-2-2 maybe, where Kai Havertz is just behind the striker. So probably this adds up a bit, Miss. Although I do agree, and I also understand the fact that eventually in match we become a 4-2-3-1 player. But Miss, one thing that we need to keep in mind is that in terms of an individual player ability, we have an extra defender on the pitch, right? When we're playing 3 at the back. But the only point that I wanted to make, that us going to a back 4 is we'll have an extra attacking player in the pitch and not a defensive player. Now, another point of debate comes out here is that, listen, Cucurella can be, at times, Cucurella and Chilwell can at times act as a winger or a sort of a left centre mid player, can be as an attacking player. But then definitely there is a difference between having an extra Mason Mount or Kai Havertz in the pitch, or an extra, Christian Pulisic in the pitch as an attacking player, for full-fledged attacking player, and having a defensive player. So that's the only point here, and it's a good point. I think so. We should start exploring that, and I believe that Thomas Tuchel is more fluent, in terms of his attacking forefront with an extra attacker. We've seen that, in his tenure at Dortmund and PSG. So I believe we should start doing that, knowing the fact that we've got Koulibaly and Fofana, but maybe we've become a bit stubborn with this back 3. We just don't want to let it go.
No, 100%, man. Let's see what happens, man. I could picture us playing with a back 4 and add another midfielder, and that maybe that midfielder can at times join. That midfielder could be a DM, and at times could actually make it a back 3. You never know.
People usually misinterpret whenever we conversate about this going back 4 or back 3. It's not about the structure of the system, but it's about having an individual player. Either you have an extra defender or an extra attacker. That's the only point.
Exactly. It's the personnel. It's the personnel.
It's just the personnel. It's just the attribute of a player. Or else, what's happening here is, even if when we are playing a back 3, seldom we go to a back 4. Often we go to a back 4. In mid-match, we don't even know that. We don't even realize that much. But we often do. Often we see Reece James acting as a winger or as a right mid player. Similarly, we see Cucurella or Chilwell can act as that left-flanged midfielder or a winger. But it's about that personnel. It's about that attacking ability that someone else would bring. Like a Christian Pulisic, if we have an extra attacker on the pitch. So that would only make a difference, or else nothing much in the system.
No, correct. I agree. Let's have a quick look at this Ben Jacobs thread, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do that, I've just noticed 240 almost live. Let's get those likes up to 200 immediately. 56 likes, guys. We're lacking on the likes. Let's push those likes up to 100 first, and then we'll go for 200 after that. If you guys are enjoying this, smash that like button. Wesley Fofana to Chelsea is almost official. Initial fee is around 70 million. Both clubs wanted this one done before the game today, less so due to the fixture itself and more just to resolve the saga and give Leicester some time to move in the market, which makes sense because Leicester now has to look for replacement. And do they have enough time? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they were already looking. If they weren't, they're stupid, because you should have known that this player wants to leave. So I'm sure they can maybe find someone all around Europe or maybe even within the Premier League. Who knows? Fofana had a series of private meetings with Brendan Rodgers in which he reiterated his desire to leave. Leicester happy with the structure of the deal, but some of the add-ons aren't easily attainable. Chelsea never considered tabling 85 million. Leicester pretty pleased with the fee. Leicester knew Chelsea would be relentless, and Fofana's departure had become a bit of a in-running joke in Leicester's dressing room. See, that's when you know this player needs to go, when the dressing room starts to joke around with it. And it's not a good vibe. Rodgers dropped him a mutual decision against Southampton, and Fofana was not expecting to play against LFC thereafter. Yeah, fair enough, Leicester City. Although not a deal breaker, Chelsea very conscious of not making Fofana a world record defender instantly. They know the pressure that price tag can bring. Leicester have some replacements in mind. Dortmund's Manuel Akanji is one of the name being discussed, and Man United still say that he's not for sale. Whoa. Sorry, Akanji is one of the name being explored. Bringing back Harry Maguire hasn't been discussed, and Man United still say he's not for sale. Leicester City would have taken Lewa Colwell if it hadn't gone to Brighton. Man, can you imagine if Harry Maguire goes back there? Leicester could still lose Yuri Tielemans too. Arsenal haven't moved yet. Liverpool could yet still certainly want to watch here. I think Yuri Tielemans could be another one that could possibly leave. So this means goodbye to Chalobah. I think it is goodbye to Chalobah. There are rumors that he wants to get regular time, and I can understand, man. I mean, after the season he had last season, for him to not get regular game time, I completely get that he might want to move on, which is a sad situation, but it is what it is. Digital Film Reviews, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, if you recall, I was pushing Fofana on your stream even before we expressed an interest. I think he has higher ceiling than De Ligt, who was 72. Yeah, look, Fofana has at least done it one season in the Premier League. So, you know, he's got some history in the league, and he's done very, very well in that particular season. So we'll see. Hopefully he can come in, concentrate. Thomas Tuchel wanted him. Fofana wants to play for Chelsea. Let's hopefully see a good relationship that builds together. As Ishan said earlier on, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, lots of players, experienced players that he can gain knowledge from, which is going to be very, very exciting indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up now because we've got watch-alongs coming up left, right, and center tonight. Ishan and I, we've got a big program ready for you guys tonight. Man United, well, I think it's Southampton first up. We're going to do that watch along, followed by Chelsea versus Leicester. Hopefully it's a very, very good watch along for that. And then we'll have the review of Chelsea Leicester game, and then we've got a lot of bumper watch-alongs lined up tomorrow as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button before you go. Would love to see 100 likes before you go. Only 14 likes away. It's a here we go for Wesley Fofana. Time to celebrate. And let's hope we get a few more through the door before the window closes. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya. We shall see you guys very, very soon.